when you get stops and you can get out in transition and cut the ball.
It makes the game a lot easier when you do that, and that's the way we want to play. I thought we had a good rhythm from that tonight, Doug, and I think that's the key to it, is getting stops. And you don't have to run offense. You have to worry about not knowing what to run the floor. And again, like I said, it's a make-or-miss league, and you got open shots, take them. That's the key. We still got to, I thought we turned down some other good looks tonight that we still can get. And our shooters have to continue to shoot the ball.
All backup unit that started the second quarter and played a little bit at the end of the third, start of the fourth, gave you
some juice, no question. I really was impressed with Fred VanVleet. He and DeLon Wright did a good job of pushing the basketball. Norm Powell keeping the tempo going. Dallas wants to run a more deliberate, slow-down game, and we didn't, allow them to do it. But it was a way we had to impose our will on them. I thought we did a good job on Seth Curry, who's been playing really, really well, shooting 51% from the field since the All-Star break. I thought Norm took the challenge and really played him. He's playing really well.
So, Dwane, the way the road ended, how big was this win, you think?
It all went. I mean, there's no games that's not important. I mean, to say that this game was more important than the Miami game or the next game, no. Every game here, we're in a tight race. So every possession, every game is important. But again, we still have to play basketball. It's a game. We can't go out and be tight and thinking about the consequences. We just got to play basketball. But again, this time of year, everything is important just because of the playoff position we're in and how tight it is. Whether we was second, third, whatever, it's still a tight race, and every game's important.
You got DeMar going in that third quarter, right at the start of the half. He got 9 of his points of that quarter. He's a great third quarter player, as it turns out.
He is. He really got us going, and that's kind of his time to get us going. I thought he did an excellent job against the blitz. They were what we call Laker Red, running the guy at him early, not even before he used the pick and roll. I thought he kept his poise, found the pass out, and we burned him with it. So I thought he did an excellent job, and it was good work. I mean, it was good opportunity for him to go because that's what he's going to see, and he's getting better and better at recognizing it and picking it apart.
Wayne, what did you see of Serge tonight?
I saw his rebounding, his toughness, his attention to detail, and the pick and roll coverage. I know he didn't score tonight, but that again, he set the tone for us defensively. I probably should have left him in and let him get that 10th rebound, but he did an excellent job of guarding Barnes and also Nowitzki, 2 tough covers, and I thought he did an excellent job of covering those, talking, trying to help JV. JV had a tough cover too, trying to guard Nowitzki. And I thought Serge really set the tone in communicating, talking, being the radar back there with those guys.
You talked before the game about trying to replicate that Lowry-Joseph backcourt that has worked so well in the past with DeLon and Fred. Did you see some similarities between what they gave you and what?
Yeah, it is. They have the potential to do that. I mean, it's hard to duplicate Kyle. But they're doing a good job they did a good job of coming in and setting. I was really impressed with how tough Fred played with the basketball. It was a good matchup for him and Yogi Ferrell, who's a lightning, bolt of lightning. And I thought Fred stayed with him step for step, and that was a good matchup for him.
Jakob giving you 12 minutes after he played 32 earlier.
He and Pascal, I told Pat, let's play 2. What Ernie Banks say, Doug? Let's play 2. And they both came in and gave us energy, and those 2 young men are going to be excellent players in this league. Their time is going to come. They're doing an excellent job of what they're doing now. I love Jakob's intellect on the floor. He knows where to be, what to do. Again, he gets some cheap calls. I think once they recognize he's the 10th pick, he may not get those. But again, those 2 young men are going to be excellent players in our program.
Speaking of which, we haven't seen Nogueira for a few games. Is there any reason why he's sort of?
Well, you can't play everybody. And if Yak wasn't playing, we'd be saying, "What's wrong with Yak?" And so it's one of those things where we can't play everybody. And right now, Yak is ahead of him, and again, you still have to be ready. He has to stay ready, and there's nothing he's done wrong. Lucas is still a very valuable player for our team, and it's just it's just so many guys you can get into play in a normal rotation.